HDMI connection problems with YouView boxes are among the most common technical issues users face. When you see a black screen or no signal message, the problem usually stems from one of three main causes. The three primary causes are HDCP conflicts between devices, resolution mismatches when your box tries to output the wrong resolution, and CEC interference that prevents proper device communication. The first step in troubleshooting is always checking the physical connection. Let's examine what a proper HDMI connection looks like. Ensure the HDMI cable is firmly inserted into both the YouView box and TV. Check for any visible damage to the connector pins or cable jacket. Make sure you're using the correct HDMI ports and that the connections are clean. Next, verify your cable meets the minimum requirements. Not all HDMI cables are created equal. Use a certified high-speed HDMI cable with minimum HDMI 1.4 support. The cable must support the bandwidth required for your content resolution. For cables longer than 10 meters, you'll need a signal amplifier. Now let's look at the YouView box itself and identify the correct HDMI port. On your YouView box, locate the HDMI output port. It's typically labeled and positioned among other connection ports on the back of the device. Finally, the most important step is proper power cycling. The sequence matters for successful HDMI handshake. Follow this exact sequence. First, turn off both devices completely. Connect the HDMI cable while both are off. Power on the TV first, then the YouView box. Wait 30 to 60 seconds for the HDMI handshake to complete. This sequence ensures proper device communication. These basic troubleshooting steps resolve most HDMI connection issues. If problems persist, advanced configuration may be needed. When basic cable checks don't resolve your HDMI connection issue, we need to explore input source configuration and advanced troubleshooting methods. First, verify you've selected the correct HDMI input source on your television. Many TVs have multiple HDMI ports, and you need to match the input to where your YouView box is connected. Cycle through all available HDMI inputs systematically. Sometimes the TV may not auto-detect the signal, so manually checking each input ensures you don't miss the connection. If you see a partial image or distorted display, the issue may be resolution compatibility. Access your YouView settings menu and manually adjust the output resolution. For HDCP-related authentication problems, try disconnecting the HDMI cable for at least 10 minutes. This allows both devices to reset their digital handshake protocols. As a last resort, test alternative connection methods. Component or composite cables can help determine if the issue is specifically with HDMI or a broader connectivity problem. Finally, keeping your YouView box software and TV firmware updated is essential for long-term compatibility and performance. Regular updates often resolve known HDMI handshake issues. These advanced troubleshooting steps should resolve most persistent HDMI connection issues. Remember to work systematically through each solution, and don't hesitate to contact technical support if problems continue.